Hey everyone, excuse my voice. Welcome to Willow's Whimsy. Thank you for stopping by. It has been a hot minute. And I'll tell you what, my cat is going nuts. I'm like, what's going on? I have shot videos several times and then went, no. I still don't have a new camera, and that's okay. The main problem has been the computer. And I won't go into the whole description of why I can't edit. I have a good computer, and then I have one that's on the brink of crashing. And it's the one that's on the brink of crashing that I use for this. The newer one is refurbished, and it will not let me download my editing program that I use, that I'm familiar with. Like, just trust me when I say there's a lot of stuff that prevents me from shooting videos and processing them in like an effective time frame. Like, it's really time consuming. So I'll shoot the videos and then, nothing happens. Traditionally with the VisionList, I close it out prior to October 31st because my VisionList is a year long, and my year has traditionally gone from October 31st of one year to October 30th of the next. And so a VisionList is kind of like New Year's resolutions, right? And why is it whenever I wear lipstick, I end up having to dab the corners of my mouth? Maybe it's because I talk too damn much. But that's why we're here. Anywho, so the VisionList is a lot of different things. And a lot of things happened this year. I got rid of my old blog, and that's where the VisionList for 21-22 was. And so I couldn't link to it anymore. Like, it's just been, and it's still chaotic. But we're going to try to make sense of the chaos. We're going to try to work with it as opposed to fighting it. It is what it is, right, for the next year. And so I just want to take the time in this video to very quickly wrap up the old year. And I haven't even written out a vision list. I'm going to today, but I wanted to get these videos shot for the week so I can get them out and say, wow, I shot some videos. For anyone who has recently subscribed, that's amazing, and thank you. Like, welcome to my channel. And I'm so grateful because I haven't been doing anything. There's been little to no movement. So thank you. For those of you who have stuck by and not unsubscribed, thank you. I really appreciate that. So, so wrapping up this last vision list, and like I said, I don't have it in front of me, so I don't have the list, but there were financial goals, there's always physical goals, and yeah, I'll hit that in this one. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna do it all. There's like health goals, and I break that down in another series called Nisi's Journey to Better Health, and that's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And so I talk about that every week. That's what I have done traditionally. That's going to change a little bit, but we'll get there. Things I'd like to purchase, what I'd like to see happen with my my business, Willow's Whimsy, all of that. So let's just jump in. There was weight loss. There's been 30 plus pounds. And I say that because I also, this was on the vision list, finally quit smoking. Tonight at about 11 p.m., if I make it today without smoking, it'll be 4 weeks. That's like a freaking miracle for me. Holy buckets. And I'm going to do my own video on that. So I'll just keep it there for now. So that happened. I've had lots of medical appointments and dental appointments, and I'm going to go into more of that Part of it will be financial, because all of this has cost a great deal of money, and kind of put me back as far as paying off my debt, which is a biggie. I did pay off 2 of my debts, and then I had a personal debt because I had a relapse on my drug of choice 3 months ago. I've had to pay that back, and I'm now at the very bottom of that, getting that paid back. Because Christmas is coming, I really slowed down the payments and making them very minimal, because I want to be able to buy Christmas gifts and participate basically in the season, you know, extra money for groceries, for baking, yada, 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 bada, bada, boom. I've got birthdays. I've got all sorts of stuff going on. So, but that's the new vision list. See, I digress a lot. So I lost weight. I quit smoking. I paid off 2 of my debts and almost all of a personal debt that came out of that relapse. So that's where I'm at there. We'll talk about going forward in the next video. Let's see. Yeah. The rest, you know, I had a hard year, and you guys know that. From the last vision list from October 31st through the end of May, I was caring for my mom full-time, living with her. I finally got a job in February. Prior to that, the months before that, I was like, I had no money. My brother and sister allotted me $200 a month, which was hell on earth. And so I tried somehow I lived through that, going further and further in debt as interest accrued, and I couldn't make payments on anything. It is what it is. That's about it. I did not get the computer equipment I wanted. I didn't get the video equipment I wanted. Didn't get the supplies, you know, that I need for my business. And that's okay. That's all okay. I have pity parties. I do. They're not long-lived, because I think we all need that sometimes. I really do. It's okay to feel sorry for yourself. You just don't stay stuck in that. It's just like being angry. It's just like being really sad or overwhelmed. Let yourself have those feelings. People want to label feelings as bad, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, by the way, I swear like a sailor, for those of you who are new. You know what? Feel your feelings. I've been involved in 12-step programs for so long that say that anger is wrong and resentment is wrong and, you know, depression, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that it's self-centered. And I call bullshit. Feelings are there as a guidepost of where you're at. And you need to use them as such, but you feel them, honor them, explore them so you can move out of them. Healing comes by dealing with shit, not by going, I'm not supposed to be angry, that's bad. Whatever. We won't go too deep into that. So I don't even remember why I just went on that little tangent. This happens a lot. But yeah, for me, the quitting smoking and 30-pound weight loss is huge. Like, I will take it. And we'll go into all the other shit, okay, when I actually talk about what I want for this year going forward. Because I'm going to hit it hard. And I'm going to bring you on the journey. And this will be the first year I feel that some of you who hung in there with me, like, you saw some of the growth starting to happen, but you're going to see it this time. And we're going to talk, and we're going to dive deep, and I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling. So often I shoot these videos and I go off on tangents, or I don't get to the nitty-gritty hard stuff. And let's just do that. Let's just do that this time, you know? So that's where things are at. That's where things are at. You know what? It hasn't been that long of a video. Let's talk about next year. Let's do this all in one video and get it out of the way. Let's talk about financial. Okay, so I'm very close to having that personal debt paid off. Now, as all this is going on, I am getting letters from the courts, from debt collectors, and I have a new one I didn't even know about. That happened last week, and I mean, I went there, I had a day of self-pity, yeah, craziness. So, I had a conversation with my bestie this week, and she said something to the effect of, like, give yourself 2 or 3 years to pay it off. And I thought, no, no. I'm 54 years old. I don't have 2 or 3 years to just pay off a debt and let life pass me by. I have too much I want to do, you guys. I'm giving myself a year. I'm still hiding from the debt collectors, and I'm going to try to hide through December. They have sent a letter to my, obviously we're talking about the financial piece of the vision list. They sent a letter to my old bank about freezing my assets. So they haven't found me. They don't know where I'm working. They don't know where I bank now. I'm debating possibly closing the account where I'm at and just putting everything into creating a PayPal account or some such thing, and having, because you can do routing now and you can have direct deposit into PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. If I do, I don't know. My point is, I'm thinking aloud, right? I don't know if that'll happen or not, and I'm going to keep you guys, like, on top of this the whole way and talk about what's been hard about this, fear that I walk through, because I'm going to have to call the one debtor. There's 2 debts, the one I didn't know about and the one that I do, and it's an attorney debt collection company, and they're vicious. Like, with everything going on in the world and with inflation, they don't care. They keep hitting me with fees and with interest, and none of the other debt collection companies, that I'm dealing with are doing that. Like, it's so selfish. But it is what it is. I can't stop that. But I'm going to have to call them and face the music, and I'm going to have to ask, will you reduce the amount I owe? Will you settle for less? Will you stop the interest? And will you accept a payment plan? I'm going to have to do all that. So I'm hoping they don't find me, so I can get through Christmas and buy gifts. And I have an amount in mind. Now, while I'm paying that, I'm also going to call the last of my debts. I'm going to call the company that has that one, and I'm going to ask them if they also will accept a payment plan. And I'm going to say, look, I'm paying off a huge one along with this. So I'll also ask if they'll settle for a lesser amount. I don't think they will, because it involves school loans and stuff like that. And it's not student loans. It's a long story to explain. But at any rate, I don't think they will work with me, but they're not charging interest. So I'm going to see if they'll take $50 a month until I get this big kahuna one paid off, and then I can throw more. I know this is convoluted, you guys, just bear with me. So that's the debt piece. Really not including student loans, because student loans are up in the air. I keep getting letters and they're like, you can apply to have, because Biden did that thing, like, where he's wiping out some of the student loan debt. It is so convoluted and so hard to deal with that I would rather honestly pay the fucking debt. I don't have time for stress or anxiety causing things in my life. And so I don't know if I end up owing that, then my total debt is around 10 grand. I can, if not, then it's around roughly 8 grand. So this is all, it's not horrible. You know what kills me though? I get caught up in this. Tell me if it's like this for you. There are people in this world who could go out of their front door right now, get in their $150,000 car, and just buy a purse for the amount of debt I'm in, just because. Now, good for them. Do they owe me anything? No. No, I'm not saying that, but it just kills me. The level of, like, I don't know, just greed and focus on things. I guess we all have things we love, but like, that's so meaningless, you know? And like, they're not going to take it with them when they go. And believe me, I love makeup. I have a ridiculous amount of it, some high end, some not. I have shoes, same, high end, low end, whatever. If they're cute, I get them. I won't be taking any of that with me when I go. So, I don't know. I just hope those people that can do that they're working on the spiritual piece and that they do help others. They don't have to help me. I'm just saying help others. Anyway, so, okay. 1 year for the flippin' debt and I'm done. I need to be done, but it's a calendar year. So we're going to have crossover. When I come here next year to wrap this vision list up, I won't be done paying the debt because I'm going to go January to January. Okay, so there's that. Let's talk about my living situation. Any of you who've been with me from before, because I lived here with my roommate for about 3 years. Then I lived with my mom and took care of her for a year, and now I'm back at my roommate's. So you guys know how I was. You know, I was a shithead. I was so ungrateful. It is very important to acknowledge what's difficult, you know, and it's very important to, when someone does something kind for you, yes, you need to be grateful, but it doesn't mean that you, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, you don't owe them your life kind of thing, you know? You stay grateful. But all of the things that I bitched about when I lived here before, those things are still here. They're still present. They're still happening. It's just that my attitude has changed. That said, having seen that some things aren't changing and knowing that it's just not something I can stay in long term and remain healthy in, you know. And my roommate is not a bad person, okay? It is differences of personality and differences of priorities, you know, especially with things like cleaning and organization and openness. I bitched about that so many times before, not going to do it. We all know, right? That's his prerogative. This is his home. It doesn't make him a bad person. However, I can't stay in it long term. I already know this, right? So if I want to remain grateful to him and kind and loving and all those things, then I need to put a time frame on this. So in addition to paying off my debt, I want to save enough, just enough to get out of here in a year. And I won't have the money to buy my own place. I desperately wanted that to be part of this scenario. I just have realized it's not going to be. A year I think I can do here. So I need to save enough for a down payment on an apartment, or maybe I'll rent a house. Maybe I'll have roommates. I don't know yet what this is going to look like. Okay. 1 year to pay off my debt and to save, even if it's only $2,000, you guys, towards moving out and getting my own place again. That's going to evolve, and I'll know more and more and more as we go, so I'll be reporting on that. Let's talk about health. So I am at 186. I want to get down to 136 is my goal. So I have 50 more pounds to lose. I'm giving myself a year for that. I'm hoping it'll be sooner, but let's just throw it into this bucket list. And by October 31st of next year, I'll have that 50 pounds off. I have no doubt now that I can do it, having lost 30 pounds. Medical and dental. So I hit my deductible and almost all my medical stuff is paid, which is great. I only actually owe, I think I owe like $100 on one of the bills, and they're doing a payment plan, a very small one. So I'm working towards that. And so for the rest of the year, everything I do is free. So I'm in therapy. I'm only going to go the rest of this year. I am going to have a colonoscopy, just to look up there and make sure it's all good kind of colonoscopy. I had a lung CT, and that is what led me to quit smoking finally, was there's the beginnings of mild emphysema. The nice thing about emphysema, if there is a nice thing, it won't get worse if I quit smoking, okay? It stops. It won't get better either. You can't heal from that, but at least it won't progress. And I stopped coughing. I stopped having my morning hack attacks within 2 days. So we're going to continue with, this physical health thing. So exercise, I did get a membership. I got a membership at Planet Fitness, which is fine for now. When the debt is paid off, here again, then I'll get the membership at the gym I really want, because they have a hot tub, they have a sauna, they have classes, they have yoga. I don't want to have to go to a yoga place and pay above and beyond for yoga classes. They're free if I have a membership, and that's something I love to do. Same with other kinds of classes, So, okay. I'm also seeing a chiropractor right now. That's free of charge. Since I hit my deductible, I decided, let's start doing this. I'm getting healthy. I'm exercising. My back is reacting. And so let's stay on top of it. Come the new year, I'll have to pay until I hit my deductible again. So I'm hoping that I can just do once every 3 weeks or once a month for maintenance, and I have an HSA, so all of this is going to get pulled out of that, right? Which is great. You never miss that money if you don't see it in the first place, right? Okay, so let's see. So basically, I'm getting caught up. I did go to the dentist. I have cavities. What they're going to do instead of a deep clean, because that was going to be $1,200, although I have such an excellent program or policy, dental policy, I would have only paid $235 for it. I don't need a full deep clean. My gums, shockingly, being a smoker, aren't that bad. But there are a couple teeth, and the gums are bad around those areas. So they're going to do just those areas. They're going to pull the metal out of the areas that have the cavities and replace it with the white or the clear filling, which, yay! So I'll still have some metal, but at least I'm getting some pulled. So I'm really excited about that. I will pay minimal for that because of my dental insurance. I am going to have a consultation for this yellow tooth. I would like to get whitening done on all the other teeth first, so that when I need a root canal on this, and then I'm going to need a cap. And so when I get that cap, I want it really white, and the other teeth need to match. So you see what I'm saying, right? So I'm going to look into that. I had an appointment with the eye doctor to get glasses, but because of the clusterfuck of debt, I thought, I'm not even though the appointment itself would be free, the glasses aren't. I don't have the money. I went and bought a pair of readers, whatever. I will deal with that towards the end of next year when I see how much I still have in my HSA, because I would like to pay for the appointment and the glasses. I probably want a couple different prescriptions. I don't like bifocals because I have to look at my computer like this to see, and that has been taking a toll on my neck and my shoulders. So I want one pair for nearsightedness, one pair for farsightedness. And I want cute ones, and if I have $400 or $500 left in my HSA, I'll be able to afford the glasses I want. We'll worry about LASIK and cataracts and all that other shit on the next vision list. This is getting long. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sticking in there with me, my videos. And that's where we'll cut this off, because we've hit the main things, right? My videos. Okay. I also do, while paying off all this debt and trying to save to get out of here in a year, I do at least want a computer and a new video camera. I think I can do that for around $1,000. So that feels doable and hopeful to me. We're not going to say anything about Willow's Whimsy, about products, about supplies, about incorporating, about any of it. If it happens, beautiful. We're gonna leave that open to the universe right at this point, and I will actually write that on my vision list because I still want the universe to know, yes, this is what I'm working towards, but I got a lot of fish to fry and I don't want to overwhelm myself. I want goals achieved. That is my goal. So I'm going to do this as long as I can with the camera I have and the computer that I'm able to use, okay? I'm going to shoot every other week. I'm going to shoot a vision list update. I'm going to shoot Anisi's journey to better health. That video in particular, I'm going to try to make interactive. So I'm going to show you meals I'm cooking, and I'm not necessarily trying to get healthy like with the foods I eat. I'm just trying to incorporate more vegetables. I'm every other day. I have cachava. If you haven't heard of that, I'll be doing a video on it. I'm going to do Anisi's Many Musings, which will follow the same format. It can be about anything. It's the potluck of my series. I'm going to do product reviews, and this time it's not going to be makeup and skincare. It may end up that I do one or two of those, but it's going to be all sorts of shit because I've been buying shit. Not all over the place because of my budget and because of my situation, but if I get something and it works, like, I want to let you know. And so we're going to be doing that. And I call it something on Sunday. I'm going to find a different name for that series because I don't always end up doing stuff on Sunday. And it's basically about exploring Minnesota, you know, about going roller skating at a new rink or trying a new restaurant, or it can be anything, you know. It's just fun stuff. It just doesn't always necessarily happen on a Sunday. So that will continue. And when I'm able to get the new camera and the new computer, we'll work on editing and really amping up these videos. I do have a background that I could be using. It's a lot of effort. And the reason I'm going every other week is so that, you know, there's one weekend that I'm free to do whatever, and then one weekend where I hit the videos, and that's kind of my day, you know, because it does take an entire day at this point, what with the current computer situation and camera. So you guys, I think this has been, God, it's probably over 30 minutes long. Thank you so much for hanging in there. So, okay, this is good. This will be the only video this week, okay? What I'm going to do is come back in 2 weeks and we'll start all of them up. So give me 2 weeks to kind of think and prepare, write out the vision list so that I can link to it down in the description and all those good things. This was a check-in, a catch-up. That's why it's so long. Blah, 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 blee, blue, blah, blah. And I love you guys so much for hanging in there with me, and just please continue to do so. And I'm back on the journey. I'm back on the journey again. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.